with of some peppermint, get you wakened up. I meant to say awakened. Same difference, right? Okay. So, Essential Oils 101. I think that it's a beautiful night to do an oils class at the last minute, because I think that a lot of us are really busy this summer, and so I wanted to share what an essential oil is, why is it awesome, and how it can really work for you in your everyday life. So, long story short, an essential oil is a piece of a plant, and it's a very vibrant and alive piece of the plant. In fact, it's what you would call, say, the life force of a plant. You know, if you think about it, a plant can't really get up and walk away from its adverse environment. So it needs to have something within it that will keep it free of harm and free and safe from its potentially harsh environments, or something to protect it from bugs, parasites, bacteria, all sorts of things. So because a plant can't get up and walk away, it's kind of the idea behind why we use them ourselves. And when we use an essential oil, it works in that same manner. It helps to destroy bacteria. It helps to support a healthy immune system. It helps to add or raise a vibration in our own bodies to make us and keep us healthy. So that being said, I wanted to do something really simple and just introduce an oil based off of our Edge system, which the Edge system is just an awesome, not just an anything, but it's an awesome marketing tool supplier that provides all these beautiful marketing materials, like the buyer's guide and the oils class. If you are enrolled already, you'll know what I'm talking about. Or if you're just getting started, that's what that is. So if you would like to follow along, I did attach a link, or if you're watching this recorded, you would just go to myoilsclass.com and then type in the password lowercase edge. And at the end, there'll be time for questions if you do pop in live. But if you miss that, that's okay. If you have a question and you miss it, go ahead and just send me a message. But I'm just going to basically read off this sheet so you guys can know and understand how easy it is. If you are interested in either teaching a class or hosting a class, I think it's a really great way to connect with your community around you and to share the benefits of essential oils with the people that you love. It's really important, especially now as we're already in August, to think about how we're going to manage our health moving into cold and flu season, which comes very fast. 2 months is going to fly by, but even sooner we have back to school if you're a mom and have a family. All sorts of reasons to be thinking about and planning or preparing, or at least just like hearing why this stuff could potentially work for you. And at the very basic minimal level, if you think it's over your head or if it's overwhelming, I totally understand it is at first, but the main thing is that it can help you redirect a pattern or a habit that you have into a positive or more healthy one. So for example, do you drink water every day? If you want to boost the effects of that, you would put in, say, a drop of lemon. But I'll get into that later. So let's get started. If you have your oils, we start with the peppermint essential oil. And also, if you are interested in experimenting with this, I will send a sample if you watch this video and don't have essential oils yet or you're not enrolled. I'd be happy to send you a sample of peppermint so you can feel these effects yourself. So what is an essential oil? I kind of dabbled. Essential oil is the plant's life force. And the first oil that we use is peppermint. And so if you think of a peppermint plant, green roots in the ground, it says here, the number one bullet point is it's nature's defense mechanism for plants and cells. So this peppermint plant has this natural defense mechanism that I mentioned, right? It can't get up and run away from its adverse environment or a potential seasonal threat itself. So the essential oil is what protects it, keeps it healthy and alive, and will kill bacteria or any harmful parasite that might try to invade its homeostasis. And so an essential oil is a natural aromatic compound that's bottled up, and you can find it's in the bark, the stem, the leaves, the roots. See if I missed anything on this sheet. And the flowers and all parts of the plant have essential oils. Some parts or some essential oils are distilled from specific parts of the plant, but the peppermint plant is specifically distilled. The leaves are specifically distilled, and the essential oil of the peppermint plant, or any essential oil for that matter, is about 50 to 70 times stronger than, say, if you were just to have a cup of peppermint tea or dry some leaves. The essential oils are kind of dried out and evaporated. So what doTERRA does is distills those leaves and bottles it up pure for you. We'll go into more of that later and how the quality and sourcing really matters. So if you have a peppermint bottle nearby, go ahead, do your thing. Like starting all over again. I just haven't taught a class in a while, so I was like, I just really want to teach a class right now, and I'm gonna do it. So you want to take a drop, put it in your hand, just like that. And if you're worried or you have skin sensitivity, I recommend using fractionated coconut oil. doTERRA sells it, or you can get it at a health food store. You can use the solid stuff, just rub it in your hands to melt it down and emulsify it. And you don't have to put it on your skin. You can actually even put it on the bottom of your feet. You'll feel that cooling effect there also. But if you have a drop in your hand and you're feeling fearless, go ahead and take your finger, dip it in the palm of your hand, and put it at the roof of your mouth. Take in big, deep breaths. Essential oils really work to open the airways. Whew. It can be really intense, guys. So it's amazing to take on a road trip. Whenever I go visit Ben, I take it with me if I'm driving late or really early. It doesn't have the stimulating effects of caffeine per se, but it's definitely a natural stimulant. So it's really great to have you with, say, a breath mint to cool you down. If you breathe in your mouth, it's kind of a yogic breath where you bring the tops of your teeth together and take a big deep breath in to cool your mouth down. Or if you just ate lunch and you want an organic natural breath mint, you would just take a lick, or they've got peppermint beadlets as well. If it's really hot, you can rub some on the back of your neck, or what I like to do is put some in a mister and spray. And I'll share some of that information at the end of this class too. But so love peppermint. Peppermint, as I said, the aromatic compounds really work to open your lungs and your airways. So just the breath, as you breathe it in, you really can't help but take a full deep breath, and your body has this natural urge to crave natural organic compounds. So you'll find yourself maybe automatically taking in a big deep breath. So I don't know if you've ever walked by someone's yard and they've got this beautiful basin of wildflowers. You just take a big deep breath. It's those aromatic compounds in the air that really help to expand your lungs to help you take in a nice deep breath. So it's kind of the effect of what essential oils do in this high concentrated level. They really open up your airways. And peppermint specifically, if you'll notice on the top of the sheet, there's a little key there. And it says, peppermint promotes healthy respiratory function and clear breathing. It promotes digestive health, which, yes, it does. If you've got gas, or if it even smells bad in the room, you can use it, but you can put it on the top of your belly, or because these essential oils are certified pure, therapeutic grade, which I'll discuss more at the end of the class. They are safe to take internally. And the only brand that I would recommend doing that, it's kind of like you got to know where your stuff is coming from, people. So there's also a blend called Digestin that's really great for your digestion too, and peppermint is also in that with ginger and fennel and some yummy things. So great for digestion if you've got an upset stomach. You'd want to diffuse this when feeling fatigued or low on energy. As I said, it's a natural organic stimulant. So even if you're trying to cleanse from caffeine or something, you could definitely work to, I'm trying to maybe turn on a light here, guys. It's kind of dark in here. You definitely want to use that. Let's see. Put some light in here. There we go. Woo, spotlight. All right, you can see me now. Yay. Okay. Essential oil. Nature's defense mechanism, natural aromatic compound from seeds, bark, stems, roots, flowers, and other parts of the plant, and it's highly concentrated, about 50 to 70 times. So, just a little study sheet and a little review for you. So, they're effective, as I mentioned, because as you take in a big, deep breath, your body craves it. Your body has this natural reflex to take in a big, deep breath. And it really, you can feel your lungs expand. So it's really great for your respiratory system. No matter what oil it is, you're going to have that craving. But your body recognizes it because at the very cellular level, and this is biology 101, right? You learn that there's little gatekeepers on the outsides of your cells that kind of say, okay, who goes there? And say perhaps with a synthetic drug, as it acts like the gatekeeper, synthetic drugs are not something of the body. It's not organic. So the body doesn't recognize everything. But science has done a very good job of copying, making chemical synthetic copies, which kind of looks like, say, this is the peppermint chemistry compound. They can make it, but it will often look like this because it can never be reproduced exactly as nature intended. So that's where you would have side effects. So that's why essential oils are so powerful, because they absorb into your bloodstream immediately. That's why you can use them on the bottom of your feet. I don't know if you've ever seen a reflexology foot map or something, or if you don't prefer to start taking them internally or on top of your skin, you can put it on the bottoms of your feet. It absorbs right up into your bloodstream and goes exactly where it's needed. Your body has this natural system too that helps direct the oil where it's needed and wanted the most. It's really awesome. So your gatekeepers, saying who goes there, will say, come on in. They kind of open the floodgates, and the peppermint goes right down and even into the nucleus. And I promise can over time change your DNA. There's even essential oils that help promote apoptosis, namely frankincense, that helps dead cells die off. That apoptosis is the body's natural system of ridding of cells, and sometimes when tissue builds up or unwanted or dead cells build up, that can cause inflammation and all of that. So what essential oils do is work to support the natural process of dying off of the cells, and helps to promote and facilitate space for new, healthy, thriving, growing ones. And at the same time, helps to sort of rewire the DNA of the cell and help you rewire even your habit patterns, like I said. So at a very cellular level, the oils work to protect the cells. And then the second bullet point here under why essential oils are effective, it says essential oils are nutrients that penetrate the cell membranes. We just told the story about that. doTERRA's essential oils, because they're so pure and the potency is unmatched in the industry, these especially have passed to the skin, it says here, for an immediate systemic response to the topical application. So any essential oil, period, that you use is going to absorb immediately in your skin. Think of fragrance or perfume. Can't believe I used to use that stuff. You guys just saw a post if you're in my Facebook group about that, but some posts just really inspire me and get me going. So I won't go down that rabbit hole, but you can tell for yourself that perfume doesn't always smell that great. Your nose can tell something. Your nose is there, so your body can tell you this is not good for you. Notice if you smell a funny fume in your house, or someone's passing gas even, it's not a good thing or something that you should not be breathing in. But with the essential oils, it might not be an essential oil that you prefer. However, it could be something that your body, like I said, craves and really opens up for and wants to take in. So it happens immediately. The second oil on this list is Melaleuca. Melaleuca, aka tea tree oil. Let's see, I have that one here. Tea tree oil is awesome. And if you follow Desiree Mangadog, she has some really awesome tea tree oil protocols for working with boundaries. And that's energy. So all of these essential oils have a vibration and a frequency. And you can work with the energy of the oils to help your own electromagnetic field, your own energy, do some great things. But at the very basic level, Melaleuca is an antifungal. So all the essential oils kind of do the same thing, meaning they all cleanse, they all uplift, but they all have special things in their chemistry map that help them have unique, special, awesome talents. And Melaleuca tea trees is, like I said, it's an antifungal, so it's a great cleanser. You can put it in your shampoos. I use it on my skin. I actually use it as a nightly routine. I'll have a little empty bottle of coconut oil, Melaleuca, lavender, and frankincense. And every night I do a steamed coconut oil cleansing facial. It's really amazing. You can really feel through the heat and the steam. Just using a hot washcloth after you put the oil blend on, you just sit there with a hot cloth on your face and you can feel all the oils driving really deep into your skin and your pores to cleanse everything out without using any synthetic fragrances or anything. My point was before that your skin is the largest organ on your body. Your epidermis will absorb anything and everything, and all of these little capillaries run to organs in your body. So whatever you put on your skin is going to your heart, basically. So next time you're perfume shopping or you are at Bath and Body Works, I would really question the source. Where does this fragrance or this essential oil come from? How is it produced? Was it grown on the side of a highway? Things like that. You really got to know these things, and that's in more detail at the bottom of this fun fact sheet. So tea tree oil also is really great for seasonal threats. So if you're prone to colds, or even if you, like, allergy season is mostly in spring, and I don't have them really well, so I can't really speak that. That's not my special talent, talking about allergies. But I do know that as it's an antifungal, say if you diffuse it, it'll pull the stuff out of the air that gets into your lungs and makes you uncomfortable. And when you use Melaleuca along with, say, lemon, lavender, and peppermint, which I do know is the powerhouse blend for allergies, you can really attack it from all angles and have the best possible outcome using that. So Melaleuca is really great. Sometimes you can spray in the bottom of your shoes. I know it's also good for athlete's foot, things like that. If you got stinky shoes in the summer, put some in a spray bottle and spray those sandals, especially if you've got little boys. I used to teach kids, and whew. All right, yoga time was always fun. I wish I had the oils when I was teaching them. Free their stinky toes. All right, so how we use essential oils. In the middle section here, it says that we use essential oils aromatically, topically, and internally. Aromatically, you can inhale or use in a diffuser, which I do constantly. I cannot sleep at night without using, my favorite blend is Serenity, and it promotes a really deep sleep. Vetiver is also in this Serenity blend. I'll show you here, and then on this camera here. So Serenity and Vetiver is in Serenity, but I like to spike it a little bit with my own. Serenity helps to calm the nervous system and really bring you into a deeper sleep and help you wind down after a long, hard day. So I never go a night without the diffuser. If you have an office environment, you might want to see if that's something that would be appropriate for you to ask or your boss or whoever your supervisors for your environment. Otherwise, it's just great to have in there to cleanse the air, to uplift the mood, and or to wind down at the end of the night. It's especially great during those seasonal times of year, especially maybe back to school season. Oh my goodness. So teachers, diffuse On Guard. On Guard is a great one for that, and we'll get to that at the internal part of our sheet. But the Breathe oil, it's a blue bottle. It has peppermint in that also, as you already learned. It helps to really open the airways. But the Breathe oil has a blend of oils in it that work to support the lung tissues and cells. And so there's so much science that have been done. So if you're a science nerd and want your proof, you can go to, I'll post some websites at the bottom of this post after class. You can check it out for yourself. But Breathe oil promotes feelings of easy breathing. So if you're stuffy or you're sick or you're cold, it can really help to bust through those things. And think of it as like a non-synthetic vapor stick. What was that one? Somebody, if you're watching live, type me. Vicks vapor rub. So just think of all the chemicals in that, right? That science has come up with to put on our skin. That's right on top of our hearts. This is just a way to do it in a natural way. So you could dilute it with coconut oil. doTERRA actually has Breathe sticks that work just like the old Vicks vapor rub, but this can really help open up your breath, your airways. You can diffuse it at night for healthy, restful breathing. Apply 2 to 3 drops on the chest and bottom of feet as needed for a soothing sensation. So like I said, reflexology, if you're not familiar with it, all of the nerve endings of all of your organs, as your body is all connected. And I just ended a X-ray vision course for yoga therapy, and it was like a 5-day thing. Blew my mind. I knew the body was connected, but wow, to the wire, to the cell, to every other cell. So the communication system is so strong that when you put these oils on the bottom of your feet, even if it's for your lungs, it's going to go and find your lungs where it needs to be. Good, guys. Then go find your A-team and get things done. So something to note emotionally with aromatics, my personal story is that I struggle with stress and anxiety, and managing my emotions is sometimes difficult. You know, if you're into yoga or self-development or believe in personal healing, which your body has an intelligent system, it can help heal itself. That's all it wants to do, is thrive and be healthy. When you breathe in these aromatic compounds, what's back there, right? Your brain. So in your brain, you have your limbic system or your olfactory palate, right? It's back there. It helps you even smell and taste your food. So those compounds go right through that palate into the brain. Your limbic system is there. It regulates emotions. It's also a place where you make decisions from. So if your emotions are out of whack and your hormones are helping this all be out of balance, what's the quality of your decision going to be like? So doTERRA has masterfully put together these oil blends, as you can see here and here, that are specially designed to help you feel how you want to feel. We know, well, we can learn and grow to know, I know this through a lot of hard work because it's sort of my life path, is that you can learn to choose your feelings. You can choose how you want to feel. And one of my favorite people speaking on that topic especially is Danielle Laporte. So check out her. She's an author of Desire Map, or check it out on Audible. Or if you want it, I can share it with you, and your first time on Audible is free. So leave a note in the comments if you're interested in the Desire Map book. But anyway, you can choose how you want to feel. So if you're feeling like crap and you don't want to do your homework, or you don't want to do this extra project, or you don't want to clean the house, you would use Motivate. And Motivate, I bet you, yep, there's peppermint in here. So what is peppermint? You already know it's stimulating. So when you put peppermint here, peppermint stimulates you. It helps get you going. And for example, there's also clementine oil, coriander, basil, yuzu, melissa, which is doTERRA's very special exotic oil. It's really expensive. It's about this size. It's a 5 ml bottle, and it's really expensive. It's about $130 or $50 wholesale, and it's so expensive because that's something that they distill within the hour that the plant is picked. So that's the expense levels in these oils. It's not just because, oh, you know, slap a sales sticker on it and call it this today. It really is well thought out. And doTERRA offers you a wholesale, like you can get these oils at wholesale. They're not trying to make $1 off you. They're trying to heal the world. Seriously. I've been with this company for 2 years and didn't believe it at first myself. And then went to convention, got to know and be more comfortable with the founders of this company. And it's no joke. Their mission is to provide healing in every home, to empower the mom in every home with a toolkit to go to in the middle of the night when her young child is crying that they can't sleep, but they had a scary nightmare. Lavender oil, boom, calms the nervous system, sleep. Sometimes lavender can have the opposite effect. It's very rare. But if that's the case, then you just try a different oil. You would try vetiver or cedarwood or something else that has the specific chemical compounds that are proven to calm and suppress the nervous system and support restfulness. So there's lots of different oils in this touch system. There's passion, forgive, console if you want to feel peace. There's vetiver in that. That one's one of my favorites. And there's cheer if you want to feel cheerful. So awesome aromatherapy line that they came out with last year. And that being said, my first experience with the oils was around stress and anxiety. I was given some lavender and frankincense, and I used that every day to calm my nervous system because I had been in a stressful situation for a period of about 6 months. And so by that time, depending on your body, your chemistry, and your special situation, we call this holism, every single piece of the pie and perfect storm, every part of that matters. Climate, time of day, right? Location. My body was patterned to go automatically into fight or flight, and your body can't handle that type of stress response. When you can't even walk through the door and your nervous system goes haywire and you can't breathe, your body's not getting oxygen, namely like your organs. And so your skin, being the largest organ on your body, absorbing everything right into the bloodstream, your bloodstream goes to the organs have that same trail back up to the skin. What do you think is going to happen? Your skin is going to be like, hello, body, person, can you see there's something not right? So I had massive welts, rashes on my arms that grew over the period of the 6 months, like clockwork. And so when I started using frankincense and lavender, it was gone in a month. And the story behind the story on that is I went to a dermatologist and they handed me a lunch bag full of steroid creams, and I was like, no thank you. $100 later, tearing up my $200 script for the Target steroids, used this religiously, and it was gone, cleared up, no scars. So frankincense is a very powerful anti-inflammatory, and lavender helps to calm. We call frankincense liquid gold because it has the most complex chemistry that can do mostly all of the things that all of the oils do. And it's that apoptosis oil that helps. It's a very powerful anti-inflammatory. We'll just keep it simple and call it that. So when you use them topically, right, reduces inflammation, does all of these wonderful things. It's powerful. Even says that here, powerful. 1 drop of essential oil can service every cell of your body. We know that. Put it on the bottom of your feet. It nourishes your bloodstream in 30 seconds. It's pretty quick. And it usually cycles through in about 20. So it's in and out. Your body passes that through, uses it up because it's so pure and organic. So you would use it maybe about like 3 times a day, depending on your needs. You can apply it to feet, ears, chest, back of neck, head, and troubled areas. For sensitivity, dilute with fractionated coconut oil. You're already given that tip. So another thing, another one of the top 10 oils is this Deep Blue. Deep Blue is another really awesome blend. Think non-synthetic icy hot. Really helps to relieve sore or stiff muscles. There's, heating and cooling oils in it. So when you put it on, it's really warm to the touch, or it can be cooling. So again, I think there's peppermint in this. Let's read the side of the bottle. There's wintergreen, which is a warm oil, so it will feel warm when it goes in. Yep, there's peppermint, ylang ylang, helichrysum, which is very healing, great for your blood. It's an anti-inflammatory too. Blue tansy, chamomile, and a couple other ones. But Deep Blue is a fantastic oil for supporting inflamed joints. Wink, wink. Overworked muscles or underused ones that are just stiff and tight. So the heating oils help to, soothe it and open it up, where the cooling oils, it just is this awesome kneading, massaging at the cellular level of your muscle tissues. So they also have a polyphenol Deep Blue, which you can take internally to support your joints from the inside out, muscles and joints from the inside out. So there's a roller ball, there's lotion, and there's the straight up oil. All right, so internally, just add water. You drop onto your tongue, or you put it in a capsule. We already tried the peppermint. It was really intense. But what you can also do, obviously, one of the top 10 oils, I think it might, I don't know, is this the top oil? Anyone know? It's my top oil. I go through it the fastest, and it's the cheapest one. It's like $10. So lemon oil, I think there's like 40 to 50 lemons that make one bottle of lemon essential oil, but our lemons are grown in Sicily, and you just put some, I made this turmeric ginger chai tea spritzer, so I put this, I forget what it's called, mix in there, and then I put in some soda water and then a couple drops of lemon. Like I said, I love spiking things, so I always spike my water, and I'll spike lemony drinks or teas and stuff that would feel good with lemon. And lemon is very detoxing, very cleansing in the liver, kidneys. Think of it as like an organic, non-synthetic pine salt for your inner systems, such as your kidneys, your bladder, all that good stuff. Yay! Who do I have with me today? Allison Carlino. Hey, girlfriend. I'm glad we were able to connect on Facebook. Yeah, I wanted to do this class. I haven't taught one in so long, and I'm like, you know what? Let's just go online, and so everyone can just know what it's about, and if they want to have one, this is what we do, right? So it's easy peasy, just read off a sheet, and as you have more experience with them, you can add in your own 2 cents. So On Guard is the one, especially that we're in back to school season. So On Guard is a very powerful powerhouse blend of all things antiviral, antibacterial, anti-germ. All right, so it's called the Protective Blend. You'll see that. Hi, Katie. Oh, I got Katie too. All right, so On Guard, it's called the Protective Blend. The major antiviral agent in On Guard is clove oil. So there's clove oil in here. There's also wild orange that is a very powerful cleanser. It's an antioxidant. It helps this clove and the fruit citrus smell amazing together. And also in this, there's cinnamon, which gives it that sweet spice. Well, the cinnamon oil is not that sweet, but it is when you put it with wild orange, and I love it. Eucalyptus is in here, and rosemary. So On Guard you can take internally, you can put it in your water. doTERRA actually has an entire line of cleaning products made with this. So even if you're like, I don't know about this oil thing, it's pretty overwhelming, but you're kind of open to natural wellness and you want to start replacing some of the toxic chemicals in your house. I still think I have Clorox wipes underneath my sink because my boyfriend and I, who lived together for 6 years, are in this transition of when he goes to the grocery store, he'll buy his cleaning stuff, but not know that I got, our healthy cleaning stuff on its way. So we're in between. But if you can use On Guard to cleanse, it's very awesome. If you can switch your toothpaste to use On Guard toothpaste, you get the same benefits because there's the clove in it. It's the protective blend. It boosts your immune system, especially if you're around kids or you want to protect your kids. You put it on the bottoms of your feet, you send them off to school. I make my own hand sanitizer spray, so I keep it in the car. And I found that I love using it the most if I am out and grab a quick lunch and I'm maybe eating in my car or something, and or if I go get gas and there's like, you know, touching those pumps, I just get more and more grossed out every time. So after I get in the car, and then you just rub your hands together, it absorbs right in there, and there's no weird film. It doesn't smell like alcohol. It's not toxic. It's not going into your bloodstream. You can even breathe it in. You can spray it around your car. You can even clean your car with it. It's just On Guard and distilled water, and I like it with wild orange to give it a little extra boost. But yeah, they've got the toothpaste and the whole shebang to keep you healthy. So if you don't like the taste of it, if spice ain't your thing, or you heard something in there that you know you hate, you can put it in a veggie capsule, swallow it down, and get the same effects that way too. So it supports your body's natural antioxidant defenses. All right, so why doTERRA? This has now become my favorite. When I first started teaching classes, like, I don't know why doTERRA yet, I just know I love these oils. Well, if you ever go to a convention and get to know the company on your own time, you will learn about why this company is so incredible. Like, you think the oils are incredible? Well, I just posted a video. I don't know if you guys saw the frankincense video, but if you go to source2.com, there's a really beautiful cartoon, I cry every time, about how doTERRA sourced, like the story of frankincense oil, for example. It's sourced in Madagascar. It helps people provide jobs for their families. So doTERRA has what they call co-impact sourcing, and you can see the logo there. It kind of helps it there. And here's one of the founders, Emily Wright, with one of the local citizens in one of her places. But co-impact sourcing basically means that wherever the oil grows at its best, so lemons, like I said, they come from Sicily. Frankincense, the best frankincense that you can find on the planet is in Madagascar. I know there's so many different varietals of frankincense in the world, but we're talking like the one that's most easily produced to get the most consistent quality and purity of this thing, you know, because I just heard of, like, say there's this blue frankincense at the bottom of the ocean somewhere, but there's such a limited quality of it. If you're really into that whole thing, check out Dr. Roger Pappas, because he's always going on essential oil expeditions and really can teach you a lot about the quality and purity and consistency. But doTERRA has mastered the process, and the essential oil does not leave doTERRA's warehouse without it being exactly the same and consistent. The herbs. So yeah, either if it's distilled on site, then it can't leave the site. You know, if the distillery is actually on the farm site, like say Bulgaria, that oil won't leave Bulgaria's distillery. It's called Esoterra. It's doTERRA's first distillery there that distills Melissa lavender. But oils distilled there won't leave that facility unless they're all at these highest quality and purity standards. So they train the farmers, if they don't know already. A lot of the farmers, this was their trade and their business that got lost in the perfume trade. I think if you Google doTERRA, Paraguay, and the story of pettit grain is also a tearjerker, because this man and his 13 children are now able to survive because they were able to reopen their evaporated essential oil farm, because the pettit grain is part of an orange plant that really thrives there. And so in the 70s, when the perfume industry was really at the top of its game, you know, these perfumeries would source these oils all over the world. And Paraguay was the source of pettit grain. That's part of an orange plant that goes into a lot of the perfumes when they used to be somewhat organic and expensive. Now they're all synthetic crap. Probably not true, but I exaggerate. You get my point. But anyway, with the co-impact sourcing, doTERRA pays the farmer up front, and has revived this man and his huge family's farm. And now that they're not in poverty, they used to live in a little shack. And so now that they have income doing what they love in their trade, they can survive. So doTERRA helps that. You know, vetiver is sourced in Haiti. Every time Haiti has a problem, which we know about, they're right there. They're right in the front lines supporting these families. Nepal, our wintergreen and our spikenard comes from Nepal. When Nepal had an earthquake, doTERRA built their first earthquake-proof school. We had the Nepalese mayor come to the convention last year and was in tears, like, thank you. And oh my gosh, I had goosebumps, confirmation from the universe. That's true. It's pure truth that this is the best essential oil company for those reasons alone. Their impact is enormous. So going off a couple of these bullet points, it says improved growing and harvesting practices to achieve optimal oil yield and ensure sustainability. So like I said, farmers are paid up front. That's sustainable farming and practices. So nobody's overworked and underpaid in this company. There's a consistent, higher quality oil. And yeah, I pretty much already talked about all that. So the next section, there's a little bullet point there on frankincense. If you don't know enough about it, I also just did a blog rant about it because Dr. Roger Pappas posts these pictures of this oil company he partners with. And what they do is you can take any oil that you buy. Say if you buy the frankincense at Walgreens, you can ship it to this company and they will pull up the chemical profile. And a lot of these oil companies are saying it's 100% pure, all natural, therapeutic grade. Guys, this industry is not regulated. So what that means is that the FDA, let's just clear the air on that, the FDA does not regulate the essential oil world. The FDA regulates drugs. Essential oils are food supplements. Two totally different things. Okay, so the FDA doesn't want anything to do with it. What the FDA had a problem with, or does have a problem with, is if I were to say, hey guys, frankincense cures cancer because it's anti-inflammatory, blah, 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 blah. No, it supports the dying off of cells. That's all it does. If there's a miracle that happens because of this, great, it's happened. So there's that. But there's no guarantee with that, and I'm not here to say that it cures cancer. In fact, it's actually dangerous to say that, and nobody should be saying that. So that's when the FDA is like, stop saying this cures stuff because drugs can cure stuff, but that's a whole different topic. Anyway, so go to Dr. Roger Pappas's site and just see what they're doing. They're really going to town with sweeping out these fraudulent companies, watching doTERRA, seeing what they're doing, and these companies are trying to up their sales and slap these things in there, saying these false things that don't even matter. And I think it's like, I think up to 20%, it has to be 20% only pure essential oil, and the rest can be synthetics and fillers, and they can still say it's 100% natural. So it's a big fat joke and a big fat lie. So doTERRA took matters into their own hands, partnered with Dr. Roger Pappas, and he is the essential oil guru, and I think the man to study essential oils the longest in our country. He's got a career spanning over 10 years. He's the founder of Essential Oil University. He's started the essential oil program at Indiana University. He's got everything going on there. And he helped come up with the standardization of quality and purity testing for doTERRA because he's tired of all the bogus oils too, and doesn't think that people should be thinking that they can take this stuff internally when really it's franken poison. So just be careful. If you are using essential oils from Whole Foods or whatever, it's a start. It's great. You open the door to wellness because you've heard these things might work and hey, we can get them cheaper. Why wouldn't you get the cheaper kind? Just be discerning. Know the truth. Ask questions. Learn about certified pure therapeutic grade. That's what CPTG means, and that's what doTERRA guarantees. Their quality and consistency is unmatched in the industry, and they're the purest essential oils that you can find in the world today. So this little pie chart is how essential oils are used in this world today. I'll read to you what that means, but you can see blue is the biggest. And the blue of the pie is like 90% of all essential oils are synthetic. That's what blue means. About 20% of essential oils in this world are put in food. So like I think Coca-Cola uses some form of essential oil in their products, but whatever, they might be grown on the side of the highway. I have no idea. I don't really feel like looking that up, but if somebody wants to, I'd be curious. And a little sliver, I think maybe 10% are therapeutic, and this looks like 5% of this pie in orange is certified pure. That's doTERRA, baby. So scary essential oil world out there. So choose something that you know is unquestionable. Okay. Third-party testing too. So it's not all done in-house, but I know doTERRA is working towards that, and or it's gotten better at that. I think they just completed a facility or something that everything is now moved in-house, which is awesome. They deserve it. So on the back here, it talks about supplements. The only thing that I need to say about supplements is if you buy supplements, like your B vitamins off the shelf and you're peeing yellow, you just peed out $50. That's all I'm going to say. It's yellow because everything passed right through you. The vitamins that you get off the shelf most often are not bioavailable. It's either a form of a vitamin B. If it's in a chalky hard pill, it's destroyed by your stomach acids, first of all, and it doesn't absorb. It's not bioavailable. It doesn't have oils or herbs or food in it to be absorbed by the body, how the body absorbs things. Know what I'm saying? So doTERRA supplements have essential oils in them, and they have the herbal extracts in them. So what that means is it's a bunch of like the powders, like the pulverized herbs and the real forms of these real plants. And with doTERRA's quality of purity, I felt this overnight. So much so when I had the cellular renewal blend, I got it off the UPS truck at 6 p.m. I took the full adult dosage at night because I was so excited. I was up till 4 a.m. cleaning the cobwebs. And then the sun was coming up, and I was telling the person who started teaching me about these, I was like, okay, what is the deal? Why was I up all night? She's like, what did you take? And I said, well, this CRS. And she's like, oh my God, that's pure energy. So it's potent stuff. If you want energy, don't waste your money with vitamins that are either too extreme, you can't absorb, or not optimal for you. So what doTERRA has done is all of their vitamins, this orange bar here is your body's need and range of absorption. It can only absorb so much so fast. So what extreme vitamin companies like to do, and I totally know what this is, like when I was in college, I would take these like super power vitamins that would give me energy, and I'd go work out sometimes even twice a day. Crazy. I know. So these vitamins, they're off the charts. That means you're wasting your money. This is what you're peeing out. Same thing with these like common vitamins off the shelf. You're either not even getting it into your body because it's not available, so you're peeing it out, or you're getting some here, some there, you're getting too much. So you're either getting too much or not enough, and doTERRA's vitamins are tested, and it's proven that they are all right in the range. And like I said, you can follow along in this sheet if you put my oilclass.com, but you guys don't need this. You're just hearing how I do this class. All right, so yeah, the reason why we all need supplements and vitamins is because our soil, this is my opinion, I think it's mostly crap, and that just means that our average diet is poor because the soil is not the quality that it used to be back in the day, and the amount of pesticides, you guys, is out of control. Look up Oklahoma farming, for example. Need I say more? They spray with planes almost every day, just across the whole city, state. agriculture is a scary place right now. So because of that, we're not getting the vitamins that we need anymore. Even if it is organic, you just hope and pray that it's good quality. But no matter what, the healthiest people are not even getting enough, because sometimes we don't even have the proper enzymes in our gut to even break down what we are getting. And so in that case, not only would you want to be taking the supplements to make sure you're getting everything that you need, but also there's enzymes, which is the supplements are doTERRA's #1 product, believe it or not. But the Terrazyme, if that's too much for you and too much overwhelm, start with the Terrazyme. It helps you break down your food. Because who has a perfect diet? I love meat and cheese. I go in phases. I listen to my body. I can tell when it needs greens. So I'll sometimes, go a week with just eating and replenishing that. But no matter what, the Terrazyme has enzymes to help you balance the ecosystem and environment in your gut so that you can actually digest and break down the food. Because what happens even with our DNA and our ancestry, because our food quality has gone down, because the soil's gone down, and our the pollution, everything makes it really difficult to turn out a really pure, healthy form of, say, organic corn or a vegetable to make it all the way to your plate without there being a spot on it or something. So even that, I think I lost my train of thought, but my point is that even if it's that pure and that healthy, you still need something to help your body break it down. And Terrazyme does that for you. Oh, this is what I was going to say. Your ancestors used to have all of these enzymes, but then as our food quality is going down, our body decides that it needs less and less of what we don't use. We lose, even as we age. If you don't use it, you lose it. So that's like this gluten-free thing. Gluten, we were, what do you think maize was? It was corn. There's gluten and wheat and all of that. The problem is not with gluten. The problem is with GMO gluten. So even like organic gluten could potentially not be the best gluten. So that's where there's celiac, all that stuff. So if you think you're gluten-free and it's too extreme of a diet for you, just try going extreme on making sure your gluten is organic. Might not necessarily be this gluten trend. All right, but I do understand that some people just don't have the stuff to break that stuff down, period. So it all depends. The answer to everything, guys, is it depends for your individual needs. I do not have the answers. I am not the expert, but a lot of my feelings and thoughts are interjected, so take that with a grain of salt. Yeah, so I am available if you have any questions about the essential oils on a deeper level. If you guys want to type in a question in the comments, you can do that, or you can message me. But I would like to share just how over time I have used the essential oils on a daily basis in my own house. So I have now the On Guard concentrate. I've made my own spray. I just spray the counter and wipe it off instead of like getting a dish rag and getting it soaking wet and wringing it out and maybe putting dish soap in it. It just is kind of a sudsy mess, where with the cleaner, you can just spray your countertop and wipe it off. It's easy peasy. It cleans without it being like, I don't know. My boyfriend still sprays the countertops and thinks it's okay to spot clean the floor with Windex. Does anyone do that in their house? I'm like, no, our dog walks across the floor and it goes on her paws and she licks her paws. I use On Guard. So it's another one of our household wars. As many of you know, if you've seen the other live videos here, I made my own deodorant. I put it in the deodorant stick, but you have to keep refilling that, and it can kind of be a pain. And I found that in summer, it melts because you have to use hard coconut oil in this recipe, but it melts. So if you have it in a little jar that you can get, I got these at Michael's. You can get these anywhere. You can put it in anything that's glass or even plastic because it's diluted. Oh gosh, it smells amazing. So I just have my deodorant, which is a simple recipe of arrowroot powder and baking soda. You just take a little bit every morning, and when you rub it together, it just emulsifies in your hands. You take in some aromatherapy, and you just wipe it in your arms. Do it right now for you guys because live shows make me sweat. It doesn't when there's live speaking. So I just carry it with me and use it. But I only need to apply this once a day. This is ridiculously amazing. And because of the baking soda, use organic baking soda. If you only have Arm & Hammer, just use it. Like I said, you got to start somewhere. Even that baking soda and hard coconut oil, if you just have those two things in your house and you want to try it, go do it. All you do is melt down the hard coconut oil, mix in the powder, pour in your essential oils, and it's equal parts, but you can add more or less to taste, just so you get that consistency of making it into a solid when it gets room temperature. And you can put it in the fridge to speed things up. But yeah, because of the powders in there, it absorbs your sweat. So I'm sweating a lot because I'm on a live talking class, so don't judge. But you know, with your regular day, depending, it's more absorbent than any other deodorant that I've used. So I love that. I bought the TerraShield. Where is it? TerraShield is a bug spray. Just think organic citronella, not like the fake synthetic citronella candles. But those smell really great too, and they're great for a yard party. But TerraShield you can also diffuse. It smells amazing. So think non-synthetic off. That's upside down. But how you can actually use this is you can buy a little spray bottle or a big one, whatever suits your fancy. You can use that big one, especially for your pets. Like I have a dog. But I carry this in my purse because I don't know about you, but there are moments of pure attack. Like I did not have this with me and my car battery died. See, not my car. Katie, wink, wink. This car that I'm borrowing, I'm not used to turning the lights off, so I was out at a bowling alley in Racine. I think Katie, I invited you to that with me, but yeah, that night the car battery went dead because the lights were left on, and oopsie, but I was outside for 5 minutes and got 15 bites on my feet and legs. So if you have an itch problem because of a bite, I also made a little teeny roller ball. I don't have it around, but you can make any size roller ball. You can make a big one, and you can put coconut oil and peppermint to cool and soothe and pull the heat out of it, because I don't know if you have sensitive skin, but sometimes mine have their own fever running, and so peppermint helps to cool that and take that hot itch out. And lavender is a natural antihistamine. So lavender will help to take any sort of inflammation or bug, whatever you want to call it, out of it. Lavender is also great for a bee sting. And then melaleuca, as I mentioned, it's an antifungal, anti-irritant. So you put all of that. I put a little witch hazel in mine. So it has that like organic astringent feel to it. Love it. It goes away. It just go away in a minute. But with the TerraShield and the spray, I'll add a little extra, not the hard coconut oil, but the fractionated coconut oil, which is here. And you can get this, I think it's like between 10 and 15 bucks wholesale. Or you can get it at the Outpost in bigger quantities. And lastly, dry skin spray, which Spirit and I now share. She started out having an allergic reaction to some food she had. And the protocol, I just downloaded this app. There's also a post on that, but it's called Spoil Your Pet. And the protocol for that is 2 drops lavender, 2 drops Hawaiian sandalwood, and 2 drops rum and chamomile. And Hawaiian sandalwood is 60 bucks, rum and chamomile is 50, and they're small bottles. So if you don't have it, just let us know if your dog's having a crazy dry skin reaction. But I put that, I tripled the dose amount because it's a big bottle and she's a big dog. And then I filled it halfway with fractionated coconut oil, half with distilled water. And she loves it, you guys. And she is one to not let you spray because she knows what's up. She's like, would you spray it on me? I don't think so. Get it away. But this, she just melts into it and loves. And it smells so good. It smells ridiculously good. I used it myself just to moisturize your skin, and it smells so good. Okay. What else? Oh, things to just collect over time and have in your house is pure Castile soap. This is Dr. Bronner's. I think you can even get this at Woodman's. So Dr. Bronner's Castile soap, you can make shampoo with this, body wash. Witch hazel, I made some wet wipes like for, you know, messy lunches if you don't have napkins or sticky stuff in the summer, or you want a face wipe if you're hot and humid through your day. Those were fun. That was in the last, the summer doTERRA the Living magazine. You can also Google that. I think they just posted a picture of it too. So the recipes they just posted. Castor oil helps your hair grow and your eyebrows and your eyelashes grow. So if you put castor oil with maybe a little bit of lavender, you can rub it in your eyelashes and on your eyebrows. I have not been using this. Someone just told me that, so don't judge it. Really thin eyebrows. So I'll start doing it tonight maybe, but it's really thick. You totally learn with this stuff, guys. Like when I was shopping for this stuff, I bought castor oil thinking it was Castile soap. I was like, what? And then my friend was like, oh, well, you can use it for this. And so now you can put some essential oils in it and rub it in your skin. It's crazy thick. I guess massage therapists prefer to use this as a massage oil that sits on top of your skin really long and really moisturizes it. So there's that. You can also make your own foaming hand soap. So I love doTERRA's foaming hand wash, but I just made my own this time around with the Castile soap, because sometimes your shipment is nice. You know, you might run out of something when it's untimed, is what I mean. And so I don't want to ship it overnight when it's $25, even though you get that back in free product. I just have the Castile soap on hand. So if you put Castile soap, look up the DIY recipe. I forget what else is in it, but it's Castile soap, and you can, I know you can just use Castile soap, but I think I even put coconut milk in it and a little, like a trace amount of honey to give it that like smooth, easy wash off feel. You could probably use castor oil. It might be a little thick, but definitely coconut oil. I did put coconut oil in here. So as you can see, it foams so really nice. Love this stuff. And it's not even like soapy. Like I could really just rub this into my hands and not really wash it off. But I'm going to do that. Actually, no, I'm not. Because it actually just evaporated and dried up. Smells amazing. Not soapy or weird. That was really cool. Live experiment, guys. Try it. I love doTERRA. All right, so you can also clean with white vinegar. And that's it, pretty much for the basics. I hope you guys enjoyed this class. I also make a lot of roller balls for different fragrances and things like that. But explore your health goals. And if you want specific tips and tricks that are more special to you, I suggest that you either look up doTERRA, or if you know someone with a Modern Essentials book, with which if anyone you know is not enrolled yet, or you are not enrolled yet and you enroll, you will get a Modern Essentials book. And I'm only doing that this month, by the way. So now or never, guys. This Modern Essentials book, it says a contemporary guide to the therapeutic use of essential oil. And I think this is the absolute must-have. As you can see, it teaches you how to apply them. It teaches you what they are, teaches you how to use them topically, aromatically, internally. How can you use them every day? I just showed you how I do. What oils are used for a specific condition, which is the most powerful, because you can just look up, say, let's pick something. Addiction. Addiction is in here. Who doesn't have an addiction problem? If it's our cell phone, or, I don't know, something we're not proud of, sugar. Here it lists alcohol, drugs, smoking, sugar, withdrawal, and even work addiction. Is that my problem because I decided to do this at 9 o'clock? No, I just love doTERRA and talking to you guys. Especially you guys, Allison and Katie. If you're the only ones watching, it's the only ones that I can see in here. Okay, so let's choose sugar. So for sugar, you would use the cleansing blend and the restful blend. So the cleansing blend it says different things in here because this isn't really like a doTERRA. doTERRA is not marketing that they are here to solve your problems. doTERRA is empowering you with the tools you need at home to tackle these issues on your own. So it's going to say restful blend or soothing blend, which is the muscle soothing blend, or it'll say straight up marjoram or grapefruit or sandalwood, and it'll list it in the order of oils that work the best. So in red, it starts with, say, basil, rosemary, and then in orange, it'll say clove. And if you don't have clove, then use the Joyful Blend. Joyful Blend is elevation. And on the back, I think it has a key for all of that. Yes. No. Something I need to look into. Like I said, not the expert, just the messenger. But we can help you. I think there's some guides out there that translate what that means for you. But most of the oils are pretty straightforward. Like it'll say for teeth grinding, use lavender or use the Restful Blend at night. If you do it at night, the Restful Blend is that Serenity with the vetiver in it. Really relaxes the nervous system and knocks you out. During the day, you could put lavender, massage a small amount on your feet, or diffuse it into the air. Even for tonsillitis, it says use Melaleuca. It's an antibacterial, antifungal. Lemon is also cleansing. Roman chamomile, lavender, and ginger also help that. So if you don't have all of them, you don't need all of them. It'll just tell you which ones work the best. And if you don't have them, you can reach out, or just ask someone. So yeah, Modern Essentials. If you guessed the flower, you'll have to message it to me. If you have been paying attention to some other marketing things, you might know just by seeing it, but that's something to reward. I think like you're interested, you're learning, you're open to learning. So I will not reveal the name of that flower on here, but if you guess it, you get a special little treat from me. And if you, what was the other one I said? If you enroll by the end of the night, I think you get I'm going to go with what I just said. If you enroll this month, I don't care when you watch this video. I know a lot of you can't watch these things last minute. That's why I wanted to record it. So if you enroll in the month of August, you have the option of having as a free gift the Modern Essentials book as your free gift from yours truly, me to you, or 25 free product points. So you could get your bottle of Serenity, your Restful Blend to try if you struggle with sleeping at night. They also have the Restful Complex, which is also one of my very, very favorite products. This has lavender, L-theanine, lemon balm, passion flower, and German chamomile. If you wake up in the middle of the night and feel weirdly energized, this will put you right back where you were. Knocked out. Or if you need to wind down, pop them in about half an hour before bedtime, and nighty-night you go. If you are interested in purchasing essential oils, if someone invited you or shared this video with you and they're enrolled and they're a wellness advocate, enroll with them. They're going to be your biggest, best support system on this journey of opening the door to natural health. It's going to be really amazing for your life. And even the smallest change can happen with changing your habit of putting a little lemon in your water. It might help you eat one less piece of candy that day or something. It just has a ripple effect. Start small. It's like building a relationship. You build it slowly. But however, if you are my guest to this class tonight, you get me with your essential oil membership, and that's exactly what it is. You can absolutely purchase these oils at a retail price, but out of the almost 200 customers that we have on our team, not one person that I have enrolled has ever bought anything retail, and I kind of want to keep that going. So if you have a real big problem with that, let me know, and I'll see if there's something I can do to offset the membership for you if it's really a struggle for you. And that's all based on your individual needs. Like, I totally get it's a financial investment, but do you ever notice how when you really need the money for something and you decide that you're doing something and you're wondering where it's going to come from, you get that like check in the mail or something will happen and the stars align. You really decide you want to make a change on this level. You want to up level and upgrade your natural wellness game. This is how you do it with essential oils, the purest stuff on earth. You can't get more pure than that, to be honest. So pretty soon everybody will be using them in their life, hopefully the most pure kind. That's why I'm being an advocate for this, because everybody is using essential oils more than ever because of doTERRA. So I want to tell the truth. So I am going to just be a steward of that. So I'm in it for the long haul. Anyway, here's some really great options with the wholesale membership. The wholesale membership basically is you pay $35 up front and you can order whatever you want at wholesale prices for a whole year. That's like your own online Costco. I don't shop at Costco because there's not one near me, but I know that it's a wholesale store where you can buy things with membership, like Sam's Club or something. Why not buy it at a discount price and get it shipped straight to your doorstep whenever you want? It's your own online shopping site. That's it. You buy from yourself. You don't buy from me. I'm not a salesperson. I'm just here to guide you on this journey because I love it so very much. But honestly, the best way to go is, drum roll please, getting your membership fee waived when you get a starter kit. So you get all the top 10 oils in my favorite kit, which is the Home Essentials kit. You get a diffuser and 10 of the top oils, which are in this 15 ml bottle. Or you can get the sample size of that same thing without the diffuser. It's 5 ml bottles. So the Family Essentials kit has the top 10 oils in 5 ml form. So it's like our sample kit, doTERRA sample kit of all your favorite oils. Or you can get upgrade. And let me just be honest, you're probably going to buy more lemon oil at the least, for example. So it will last longer. You get much more bang for your buck as it's 3 times the amount of oil for a fraction of the cost. And those costs of, I should say investments into your health for the Family Essentials kit is $150. So here is the photo of that, and I'll attach enrollment options. So you get the top 10 oils. You even get beadlets of the peppermint and the On Guard, so you can pop a little immune system booster when you fly in an airplane or are around a lot of people. And then you can just try them out. And then that's that. If you want a little bit of a bigger investment in the long game, and you know that you want to commit, the best deal for going basic but strong and having an oil for every single thing that you need in life, basically, is this one, which is the 15 ml. You get the free diffuser, basically, because it's a significant amount less for what you get. This Home Essentials kit is $275, and like I said, the other one's $150, but you get 3 times as much oil plus a diffuser. Huge savings. And that's a cut below the wholesale price, your initial enrollment kit order, plus the fee is waived. So the membership fee is waived. So your membership is also included. So put another $35 in the investment of this kit and you have wholesale prices for a whole year. And then after a year, the only fee is $25 and they send you a free bottle of peppermint. We call it the forced peppermint purchase. Isn't that fun? So I need peppermint anyway, and my second year is up. So I was going to use it anyway. Might as well just do it now. The best deal if you want to overhaul, you know, you're going to start using, or you want to invest in different, more natural cleaning products and shampoos and toothpaste, and you want a better, longer running diffuser This one runs 8 hours. This one runs 4 in the Home Essentials kit. And you get the supplements, you get the hand soap, the probiotic, and the enzyme blend. And you get other special blends like the balance oil, which is really grounding and soothing to the nervous system. You also get the Correct X, which is doTERRA's Neosporin version of, and hand quotes, air quotes if you didn't catch that. And that has helichrysum in it, which is $70, which helps stop bleeding. Very good for your blood. I use it for lip moisturizer. It's amazing. And past tense, if you have migraines or headaches, or you've had a long day at work and your job's just really stressful, you get that. You get the fractionated coconut oil if you want to dilute your essential oils or dilute when you put it on. I'm to the point, like at first I was afraid to use them because, whoa, what is this stuff? I don't want to kill myself. But you can use and dilute with fractionated coconut oil. If you do ever get oils in your eyes or something crazy, you get a big rash on your skin, most likely it's because you have sensitive skin. So the oils are just really intense. There's also such thing as hot oils. Oregano is a hot oil. Comes in the Home Essential Kit and this Family Essentials Kit. So all the same oils are in this sample kit as they are in the Home Essentials. So oregano oil is in there. It's a hot oil. You don't want to put oregano oil straight on your skin. You can get a burn. It won't last that long. It's not going to kill you. But doTERRA has reported a 0.006 negative adverse reaction rate. Everyone who has ever had an issue with doTERRA, you bet they called the company. And guess what a majority of those things were? Skin irritation by either using too much oil or not diluting it. If you ever get it on your skin and or get peppermint in your eye, I've done that, and got cinnamon on my face, and it's a hot oil. Do not use soap and water. Do not use water. Water helps to drive it in the skin faster, so that's why having this fractionated coconut oil is so awesome. So you're going to get it anyway, and if you want to start making your own roller balls and stuff, you're going to get it anyway. So with this Natural Solutions Kit, it comes in here. You get, I think, 12 oils. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. You get wild orange and balance. Wild orange you'll put in your water too, or you can make your own ice cream and fruit dips, anything you want. And it's a really wonderful and powerful mood lifter. So yeah, all 15 ml bottles, and like I said, toothpaste, hand soap, the Breathe Stick, shampoo, and the Deep Blue Rub, and you get the conditioner and the box vitamins, diffuser, all that. Best deal ever, plus, you guys, $100 in free oils on top of this order. So you get $100 to use whenever you want within a year. All for a drum roll, please, $550. So this ends up being about $1,000 worth of products. If you know you're going to get them anyway, if I could do it over, I would have started with that one because you get the best savings. This one, all the stuff is $550. And you get an extra $100 of your product credits, and you're saving $220 below wholesale even. So yeah, do the math with that retail markup that you're paying, either in the cost of fake oils in your health, right? If you're using, say synthetic oils. I only speak strongly on that because I am just really firm on my opinion with that. Like, I am afraid for anyone I meet that uses synthetic oils just because you don't know what's in it. No idea what they're cutting that with unless you send it to Dr. Roger Pappas and he pulls up his chemistry profile for you. Check out his page. He's awesome. If you're thinking about or considering doing doTERRA as a business, I'm your girl. I do this as a business. I love it. I'm earning a steady, I'll just say it. I'm earning about $1,000 extra bucks in cash every month. And that's covering all my basics, doing what I love. I get my oils for free. I work with the people I absolutely love that I'll be working with the rest of my life, hopefully. But there's a lot of really wonderful people in this company. and on my team. So if you're thinking about doing doTERRA as a business, you don't have to get the every oil kit, but it's there, and you don't have to do the business if you get that kit either. But it is available if you're thinking of doing this as a business. It's a good idea and a great discount to go out of the gates with having every oil. And with that option, you get $200 in free product credit. You save $311 below wholesale, and you get the whole business startup cost at like $1,825. And I've heard most these home-based businesses where they do the parties and stuff is like it costs like $5,000 to start with that stuff. So think of this as an investment on your health, and you could do the business even if you enroll with a physician's kit. You could do the business and enroll your mom without even being enrolled yet, and you'll still get 20% fast start bonus. And if you host a class, you get that on top of a residual monthly order just by empowering the healer in every home and doing what you love and speaking on natural health. So what network marketing is doTERRA is basically just cut out the markup cost of what it would cost to brand and market and put the stuff retail up on a store shelf. They just give that to us who are using them and loving them and sharing them and helping the people in our lives heal. So it's, in my opinion, the best job in the world. I've done about literally 6 of marketing businesses, but this is the only one that doesn't penalize you, so you can earn even if you aren't doing it like fast or slow. If you just want to get your oils paid for every month, I can show you how to do that. And that's really just having a couple of classes every month, having your friends over or whatever. My mom started getting her oils paid for in about 6 months, I think, but not even really doing it. So that's what the beauty of this is you can drive fast, you can drive slow, you can pull over, you can pick it up. It's a lifestyle, it's a journey, and you don't even have to do it. You can just get the membership, wholesale membership, in order whenever you want, whatever you want. But what is awesome is that they do have something you can opt into. So you're not signing up for that when you enroll. You enroll, you get your kit, you get your oils. You don't have to ever see me again. And you can order whatever you want, whenever you want. No commitment other than, your $25 renewal and forced peppermint purchase. That's how much it costs. They have this loyalty rewards program, just like frequent flyer miles. And that is on the second page of this buyer's guide, which if you Google this and Google image it, it should come up. But it explains that if I have ever given you a buyer's guide, or like I said, you can look it up if you're curious about it, or if you're not interested in setting up, say, a 3-month wellness plan, like if you want to maybe invest in something small to start and then maybe add on a monthly thing. That's what helps me, because it was like my own personal budget plan for my health insurance. Another reason, another big why, is because I wanted to manage my health without health insurance that I couldn't afford last year, but I've been really healthy using this stuff, knock on wood, that I still haven't had to get it. And also, like as I was saying before, doing the business, being an entrepreneur, like I've owned business and I've owned businesses, and nothing gives you what doTERRA gives you in the form of free product, optimal health, and or being able to share this opportunity with other people and really earn a ridiculous amount of money. I think it's incredible. Their compensation plan is also unmatched in the industry of direct sales. They're the #1 direct sales company, if you know that kind of lingo. If you don't care, that's okay too. One thing I didn't mention is if you just want to get everything doTERRA offers at once too, you can get that. And it's a diamond kit. It's $2,500. And then you're saving $800 that you'd be paying over a lifetime of getting all these products anyway. So why not just start with everything and save $800 and even more than that, because you're getting $400 free in product credit on top of every single product. Like every oil kit, that was that one for $1,800. The diamond kit is every single product. So if you're just gonna wipe your slate clean in the natural wellness lifestyle, that's what you want to do because you get the most savings there. So with this loyalty rewards thing, that is an optional monthly order. So like I said, you don't have to do it, but if you do opt in, it's like frequent flyer miles. If you buy something every month, your earning capacity and free product credit comes back to you. So you start at different levels with each one of these kits. So you start at 10% with the smaller kits. You start at 15 with the Natural Solutions kit, and then you start and with the Every Oil kit, and then you start at 25% back if you do opt into that when you do the Diamond kit. So say you get the Diamond kit, and the next month you want, because you already used up, say, all of your vitamins that you get with that. That's about $100. You put in an order for $100 the next month, you're going to get $25 back in free oils or products, whatever you want to spend it on. So it's like PV is doTERRA's currency. So if you see that 25% back, you're going to get that product value, doTERRA dollars, and you can spend it on whatever you want. So that increases. So if you say you do start small with the Family Essentials kit, the sample kit, you can opt into the loyalty rewards program at any time. It doesn't have to be next month. It can be 3 months. But whenever you decide to opt in, you start at 10%. And then after 3 months, it goes up to 15. And then after 7 to 9 months, you're at 20%. And then after a year, you're getting 30% back. That first year for me flew. So not only did it keep me on a budget and keep me, getting a little bit every month, you don't have to spend $100 either. You could literally buy a lip balm to keep it going. And so you get 30% back if your product credits, like stealing oils. So the other really awesome things with this loyalty reward program is not only do you get free products every month, or you can save all your points, rack them up, and have Christmas paid for. If you want a program to help you buy Christmas presents, it's the first time everyone in my family ever got something. Okay, so you can also, on top of your wholesale discount and on top of your free product credits, you get additional like VIP product discounts. You get the free product of the month. So if your order is $125, it doesn't have to be every month. Say 1 month you get a chapstick, another month you get $125 PV dollars worth of something, you're gonna get the free oil of the month. You have to order it before the 15th. So if you have questions about that, let me know, but you can earn free oils. And you get your shipping paid for if you order a lip balm. If you get standard shipping, that's $6.99, you'll get $7 in free product credit to use the next. So your shipping oil is an investment to your wellness purchases. For vitamins, at the very least, oils ain't your thing. Get the vitamins. Heal your life. Invest in it now. Stay healthy. In the Lifelong Vitality Pack, in that, there's your regular multivitamin, your E-omegas, which is all your fish oils, your fatties that keep your brain healthy and communicating, and your cellular renewal system that kept me all night with tons of energy. That's got a lot of your turmeric and resveratrol, anti-inflammatories, herbals, all that good stuff. So when you do these packs, you can also save on other products. So like, for example, Terrazyme, which is usually almost $50, is $20 when you add that onto there. So it's just a very efficient, cost-effective way of getting your vitamins in. And this explains a little bit about the compensation plan, like I said. You can start earning right away, or chill out on that, or want to get your oils free, or want to save the world, like me. So when you're my customer or on my team, if someone invited you to watch this video, they're on my team, you're helping such a great cause. Like, I have so many goals that I'm waiting to manifest. One is I'm helping this school in Uganda. After 8 years ago, I mentored them, and my goal was always to help them fund a sewing school, a vocational school. So my dream is to have enough money to pay for a vocational school. so they can learn an art and a trade and build their economy and their self-esteem, and learn how to make their own clothes instead of relying on our waste. Google the documentary A T-Shirt Travels. Says it all. Anyway, things like that. I'm on a big mission working with doTERRA. So check out their Healing Hands Foundation. If you're still not convinced it's the best company in the world. If you're not interested in the membership or doing the business or anything, you just want your one oil that you heard was awesome, you want to start slow, you can order your one oil. You just pay the $35 for your wholesale membership, and say you want let's pick a good oil. Say you want cilantro because you're tired of buying it and it goes dead in your fridge before you get to making your guacamole. You can buy that retail, no strings attached, no membership fee of the $35. You just go on to my website. I think the link is on this page. If not, I can message that to you. You probably have it. You go onto my site, you select retail customer, and you get your cilantro shipped for $34.67, and you pay for shipping and all that. Okay? If you do the $35 membership and all you want is cilantro, it would be the $35 one-time fee, but wholesale prices on all the oils for a whole year until you renew. Then your cilantro is only $26. And that cilantro will be in your fridge. In your fridge. You don't have to refrigerate these. I'm sorry. Your cilantro will be, you'll be able to keep that in storage for probably a year. I still have my oregano from 2 years ago, and I put that in my pasta sauce every time I make spaghetti. That must mean I don't make pasta very often. Anyway, you can use oregano, and it's one of the top 10 oils. It's an antiviral, so when you are trying to avoid flu like the plague, you put that on your feet every night. And or if you do have a virus, that will knock it out. So I put it in my pasta sauce for flavoring. Anyway, you probably want to know what these top 10 oils are. Females think in circular patterns. I always get back to it, right? In conversation, we always get back to it. All right, so the top 10 oils that you get in the Home Essentials Kit, if you do want your membership kit with a fee included and all these amazing oils at a discounted price, you get frankincense, which is $100 alone, lavender, lemon, melaleuca, oregano, peppermint, the Breathe blend we talked about in the beginning of the class, digestion, which is amazing. If you ever eat too much, or you eat the wrong thing, you wake up in the middle of the night really bloated and can't sleep and can't stop drinking water, like what happened to me when I ate a gyro before bed. Oh my gosh. I put some digestion in my water and fell right back asleep in 20 minutes. And I remember doing that in college, and I would be up all night rolling around and not being able to drink enough water. It's torture. So digestion is amazing, and also less than that extreme case. doTERRA On Guard, which is an awesome immune system boosting blend, and cleaner. You can make your own cleaner too with that oil in a spray bottle, and you get the diffuser. So those are the top 10 oils that are in the Home Essentials Kit for $275, or it's also in the Family Essentials Kit, that sample kit for $150. You get those 10 oils in the 5 ml in that membership kit. So that's it, guys. That's a wrap. If you have any questions, you know how to find me. Otherwise, like I said, if you enroll this month, I'm doing a special. And if you really don't want that Modern Essentials book, I'll work with you on that. But I just want people to get started in fall with a bang, because I also have a lot of awesome plans for my oil community. Whatever you guys are buying into, like I said, you're buying into a community, you're buying into this lifestyle of support, wellness, of tips and tricks, and complete fun. I'm also a yoga teacher, working on my intuitive healing and wellness practices myself. So there's all sorts of fun discounts and, like, say, cleanse programs or just healthy living contests, all that fun stuff that will help keep you glowing and vibrant and radiant, and all of those really amazing feelings of joy that will help you over the long haul. Happiness is health, and health is real wealth anyway. So ask me anything. I hope you enjoyed this class, and thank you for watching. If we have not been able to connect in weeks or months or however it's long we've been playing cat and mouse, just watch this video. This is what it's like. There are short half-an-hour versions of this, but with this, I'm here with myself and you guys rambling on, and you got the long version. So if you would like to host me in your home or somewhere else to share this information in this class with your family or friends, or even at your workplace, I would love to come and teach an oils class for the people that you love. So this is a class, this is what we do. It's not a party, there's no frills. I show up, I can do this in a half an hour, or we can make it a night or an event out of it, or a theme even, like sleep or back to school, or whatever it is you want. Spa day, there's a lot of really great spa products. So let's have fun with something different and do something impactful, healthy for the world, but most importantly helpful for people that you love. So if you'd like to host a class, you get an awesome hostess gift. Host or hostess gift for me. If you're, Broterra is tomorrow night if you're watching now or you watch this tonight. There's the Broterra. So there's ways that you can introduce oils in an approachable way for men. Men dig oils too. Ben cannot get enough of that deep blue muscle soother, and frankincense has helped him a lot, especially when it's cold and flu season. He loves the soft spa room I've turned our bedroom into at night. It really helps you get into a deep, relaxing sleep. So if you're a massage therapist, there's a massage kit. If you're into the emotional healing thing, there's a healing kit that way. But there's also a massage technique you can learn with oils because it goes into your skin tissues, all that really great stuff. So there are unlimited class topics and themes that we could do that I'd be happy to share with you too. So if not, that's okay. If you want the live thing and if you want to get a cup of tea, I can help you map out a really great place to start. I really love getting personal. But this is as personal as it's going to get first night. Otherwise, if you want to call me this week or message me, we can set up a call or meet for coffee and catch up if I haven't seen you in a long time. So as you can see, I love this, and I love this opportunity to connect with you in this way and to stay connected. If it's doTERRA keeping us together in this life, fine. Love of oils. Namaste, y'all. Bye.